be up, YouTube should be good to go, and Twitch should be up momentarily. Oh, who's texting me at 9 in the fucking morning? Oh, wait, nope, can't say. Oh, damn it, I shouldn't say that in the first 60 seconds. Now YouTube's gonna throttle me. Oh well, they would have anyway. Oh, yeah, pretty sure everything's up. Let me get the music up, though. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. I'm so glad you could be here today. I am, as always, your... Am I actually... Yeah, it's picking me up. I'm, as always, your master of ceremonies, the Richard. Good to see you guys. Glad you could be here. Let me... Or do we just want to sit and listen to this? Do we want to just sit and listen to the thunder in the background? Oh my god. Also, I am going to also open up, let's see, a couple news stories for the day. I'm just kind of see what's going on in the world. I can't access Apple News because I don't have an Apple product, but I wouldn't mind because I know it's a really, really common one. So I'm probably going to keep like ground news on. I have a subscription. So we'll keep a ground news tab in the background so I can grab a topic if we need to. Oh my god, and the first thing is about the Israel-Iran war. Why? Well, I guess the U.S. war now. Thanks, BB. Oh, I don't wanna. I don't wanna cover it. It is what it is. It's... I don't know. Just throw the music on in the background. I can't. Oh, God. Hang on. There we go. Let it run. Let it play. There we go. Yo! Oh, wow. Azure. Hey, welcome in. That was fast. How many points do you have? Oh, my God. Opening for World War III has come. Yeah, I've seen all the anime jokes. They're pretty goddamn funny. I'm hoping we can contain this. I don't think it'll be a World War III situation. I think the worst case scenario is it spills into a large-scale regional conflict. You have a lot of points. Yeah, I think the worst case scenario is it spills into a very large regional conflict, which is still not good. We should still very much care about the fact that large amounts of people are going to die in the Middle East due to this fucking war. If it spills into a larger regional conflict, even more people are going to die. Trump got on Truth Social. Fucking Truth Social. He got on today to say that apparently he and Iran have had some very good talks. I hope that that's true. Let's just hope that that's true and we're able to move on from this. I mean, as much as, like, the regime can't keep functioning. Oh, it's, like, almost midnight. The regime can't keep functioning with their leaders getting killed with this kind of regularity. Like, yeah, as much as they want to pretend, oh, yeah, the U.S. strikes won't even affect us, they definitely will. They definitely will. Because you definitely can't function when, as soon as you elect a president, he gets bombed and killed. That's definitely just not going to work. Do you know why Israel wanted war? It's because they want to take Palestinian land. I mean, probably. Yes, I have heard about the whole, how, yeah, I've heard the argument for why Israel wants the land, because they think that God promised it to them, something. Yeah, I mean... Sounds like Israel. But also, you know, I always try to remind people, Israel is not a Western country. I mean, it is a Western country. Israel is not a European country or a North American country. Israel is a Middle Eastern country. And I think that's always... Why is there a... Oh, this is mine. This is mine. I need that. Israel is a Middle Eastern country. And on the scale of Middle Eastern countries, believing that you have historic precedent to steal someone else's land in the context of being a Middle Eastern country is like paltry shit. Like, Israel's not, if it was a European country trying to claim that they had the right to go and take other people's land, I'd have more of a problem with it. But in the context of a Middle Eastern country doing that, that's Tuesday. Saudi Arabia does that. Qatar and Oman do that. They use it to justify slavery, actually. Like, everyone does crazy shit. It's the fucking Middle East. Like, it's the fucking Middle East. Like, there's nothing else to say about that. There's nothing... Like, you can't use the standards of a Western, of a European country on what is not a European country. You know? They want to build something above the mosque, but the mosque is important. Yes, I know that mosques are important in Islam. But, I mean, there's multiple countries doing that, even in the scale of just Asian countries in general. I mean, India is also demolishing mosques and building Hindu temples on top of it. China is demolishing mosques. And remember the Uyghurs? China's Muslim minority that they're putting into concentration camps, forcibly sterilizing. China's doing way worse shit to its, to the Muslims in its region. Like, Palestine is awful. It's also one of, like, 3 different genocides just against Muslims. I can name off the top of my head going on right now. The other being India and China. Like, India's kind of a weird case because technically Pakistan's supposed to be for Muslims. The world is far more complicated than it's given credit for. So often. Wow. Even with reduced wood weight, those logs are heavy. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not overloaded. Thank God. But yeah, let's not get too much into politics, though. What's that one girl who was on The Bachelor? Who was going to be on? Well, she was on The Bachelorette. They filmed and edited and created an entire season of television, which had to immediately be, like, removed. Had to immediately be stopped and couldn't actually be shown to anyone, which is fucking wild for a network to do. Because they spent a lot of money on that season of The Bachelor. Oh my God. But when you look, you can just see the crazy eyes in her in that footage where she's swinging that chair and she ends up hitting her own daughter. Oh my God, you can just see the crazy eyes. You can just see it. She's fucking nuts. Not that the crazy eyes or would ever stop a network. They don't care. They don't care. No, about your home country, Malaysia is a multi-religious country, but Islam is the important religion to build Malaysia. Even the Sultan is Muslim. Okay, I mean, that's fair. That's great. Like, I'm not saying every country with Muslims is mistreating them, but there's a lot of countries where Muslims are mistreated. A lot of countries where Christians are mistreated. A lot of them where Jews are mistreated. It's, again, look, I don't... That's my problem with this whole fucking Middle East situation. I don't like any of the sides. I don't want to defend Israel. I don't really want to defend Palestine either. I'm not Muslim. I'm Christian. I'm not Jewish or Muslim, okay? It's hard to make me see how this war... I don't like it. That's a lot of why Americans don't. This is a Christian country, even if we've forgotten it temporarily. This is a Christian country. This is a war between Jews and Muslims. I don't... whatever. We don't need to go on another crusade. They're fine over there. This is, you know... This is an area of the world where constant fighting is the norm. It's the ideological meeting point of the East and West. It is where war naturally occurs. It's awful, but it's true. Alright, I don't need both these hacksaws, because I got one in the back of the car, too. Yeah, war happens here. It's terrible, but it happens. It's not a war between religions, but humanity. Is it? I don't know. Which of those sides is humanity? Because both of those sides have some real issues, have some real questionable problems. both of those sides are sketchy. I don't think you can write Palestine off as an innocent in all of this. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. You know, if you feel like that's unfair, then I'm sorry, but like it's true. I don't particularly like either side. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it ends as fast as possible. We can agree on that. Hopefully this ends as quickly as possible and with as little further bloodshed as possible. And that would be nice. Where am I going to put all these fucking lighters? Oh my god, I have a lot of them. Why do I only have 138 special rounds in here? You know, I don't actually need to carry this. Just leave it there. Let's see. It's like 1 a.m. We got all these logs. Let's put that there. Do I have a hammer? I do. Okay, there we go. Throw that there. And I'll put the ratchet wrench there. There we go. There we go. They want war. Oh, they think this whole situation should be settled with a nice game of Risk. I'd be down for that. Honestly, I mean, there are a lot of arguments that in the Western world, a lot of why Europe and America were able to, well, I don't want to say not go to war, because Americans still love war. But a lot of why they're able to avoid war, or at least avoid regional conflicts, is because of sport. So, there's probably some degree of truth to that. You know. Sport is actually a great way to avoid regional conflict. Organized sport is great for that. Not even joking in any way, shape, or form. It's great for that. Oh, these both have curtains. Nice. Alright, cool. Oh, there's one more window back here. One more. I'm not gonna do the outside tonight. Not until it gets light out, at least. But yeah, let's talk about some other stuff. What else is going on here? I don't have anything else to read. Let me take a rest here. What else is on ground news? What else is going? Oh my god, there's just nothing else. There's just nothing else. What else is going on? Where can I go for news? Where do you... Let me ask, Azure. Where do you normally get your news from? Just curious. I'm curious about that about everybody. I just want to see, like, any other story. Ground news. Give me any other story than this shit. Than Iran. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Blind spots. Nope, these are all still about the war. Not much on ground news that's helpful. Alright, it's 2 a.m. We got a few more hours before it lightens up and I can actually go out and do things. I do have an axe. We could start chopping down some trees, start doing some building, really start getting Castle Richard up to scratch here. Start moving some food in. Okay, so we could do ingredients here, maybe? Okay, give me all the stuff that can't... It's not going to get mixed with anything else. Chocolate. Yeah, give me all that. Put all that here. with the canned goods. Yeah, the pot can stay there. That's fine. Honestly, just store it in the oven. It's an easy place for it. I have shitloads of nails. I'm not in any way worried about running out of nails. Let me see. Building. Furniture. Wooden crate. Basic. Oh, I got the stuff for it. No, it's one of the shitty ones. Damn it. Oh. Gotta keep working on my... Wait, did I find the Carpentry 2 book? Carpentry... I'm at Carpentry 3 going on 4. I did read the Carpentry 2 book. And we've probably already found the... You know what? Let's head back to Riverside, actually. I think that'll be a good idea. Yeah, we're not even going to get out of the car. Except... shit. Okay. Leave that there. What do I have in the hiking bag? Throw that on. And, oh. Also, I will leave the claw hammer with that bag. And put the ratchet wrench back on my thigh. Because I don't mind the ratchet wrench getting destroyed. I would mind my claw hammer getting destroyed. I need that. In the Quran, they say Malaysian people will join war at the end of the world. Wow, that's... sounds like Islam. I'll give you that. Joining the war at the end of the world, that, you know, it sounds about right. And it sounds like Islam. I was gonna say, yeah, it's... in any sort of regional or religious conflict, things are gonna get messy fast. Because a surprising number of Muslim countries are allied with the United States. You are correct about that. Many of them are. Or, as is the case with Israel, many of the U.S. allied states are just far better trading partners to have on hand than a lot of Muslim countries, unfortunately. Like, a lot of why Israel gets so much leverage, yeah, because it has U.S. backing, but that's always been at least a little bit of a cop-out. A lot of it's that Israel's a better trading partner. They have more money. What's up, Bishop? Welcome in. Please help us to divert the subject of this conversation away from the Iran war. Please stop me from ranting about it. Oh my god. The news I get, just that Iran will launch missiles. I mean, yeah, probably. Beans in Singapore. Oh. That would be a very long route to fly for Iranian missiles, and I really doubt it. Iran is not that powerful a nation. Oh god. Bishop! Don't make it worse. Don't make it worse. God damn it. Alright, anyway, I'm headed back to Riverside because I need to go borrow some of the VHS tapes. I finally got a home secured, and it's not too far from Riverside. And we've got the road cleared between Riverside and Westpoint, at least most of it, so that's nice. Things should be lightening up soon. I think there are still a couple roadblocks that I'm going to need to clear between here and Riverside. We'll just take care of it as we need to. And there's always going to be at least some stuff, like wandering zombies and hordes, things like that. There's always going to be just a few things. I mean, maybe. We'll see how that works out for them. I mean, that was their plan the last, when there was the June campaign against Israel, and that didn't work either. They didn't get a long war out of that one. So, Iran can plan for a lot of things. It doesn't always mean they get it. Tree Stump Lane. Nothing. Work go good yesterday? Yes, it did. Yeah, work's been stressful. I mean, you know I work in a hospital, and we had some shootings in the local area. It's been rough. You know, part of our job is doing things like making sure that family isn't able to come in and disrupt the doctor's ability to work. Because, you know, if theoretically, like, a kid gets shot and the mom is coming into the room with the doctor and trying to weep over him instead of allowing the doctor to do his job, that does not, you know, bode well for the child and their ability to survive being shot. So sometimes it means you got to do some shitty things for the greater good, for the kid. And when you're working security, it can be rough. But that's all just a hypothetical. It can take a toll on you. But ultimately, you have to just know that you're doing the right thing. Why does the U.S. care so much? Oh my God, Bishop. Why do we care so much about Israel? I mean, a lot of it is strategic and military based. Israel's the only regional power that really works with us in a military sense. I mean, Saudi Arabia buys a lot of our weapons. They buy a lot of Canadian weapons, too, so don't let the Canadians ever tell you that they're the peace lovers. Canada sells a lot of weapons to Saudi Arabia. Ooh! Hey, dinner! Hey! Oh, I hope the YouTube is. I'm glad to see you, Reed. Hope things are going well for you at work, by the way. Oh, I'm not, well, I mean, I guess I should say, I hope everyone's work is going well. Mine's been kind of stressful as of late, but it's just a stressful type of job, so that happens. Should be plenty of room. Oh, well. Seems so small. Israel is small. No, that's not seems. Israel is small. I'm happy to be here more. Today should be like a 3-hour session, somewhere around there. Right at noon Central Time, I have to go immediately, maybe even a few minutes early. Because I need to get to work. I'm having a... Oh, damn it, I do still have some roadblocks to take care of. We're going to do that in the daylight, as opposed to anything else. Yo, Signe! New hobbies or interests taken up or are considering exploring? That is an awesome question. Thank you. At the moment, all my regular hobbies are taking up most of my time, to be honest. I mean, content creation. The editor I had who was an issue, who didn't provide a proper product, has originally said he was really interested in fixing it, but then didn't say it, but then hasn't been back in contact since. I think I may just have to flag his account and be like, hey, this was a scam. Even if I don't get my money back, at least he won't be able to do it with anybody else. And then, and that's been taking up all my time, is just, I don't know, figuring out what I want to do as far as content creation, because I'd like to still be making videos, but I just don't. There's just no gas in the tank as far as editing. I refuse to do any editing for videos when YouTube is just going to throttle them. Just going to show them to like 10 people. It is interesting though, because Reed mentioned I'm getting recommended on YouTube more now that I'm streaming more. I've been getting like random comments on old videos, which is always funny to see. Like I'll randomly get a comment from somebody on, like I randomly got a comment on the Slop Tuber video on Asmon and Charlie, which apparently held up because I got a lot of compliments, which is awesome. Trolling streamers. Yeah, I really wanted to make a cool video. The new assets we have for an Asmon Kai video, the like parody of a Twitch streamer video, we made these new assets. They're super cool, and then I hired an editor to put it together, and he just scammed me and did a shitty job. He didn't scam me in the sense that he didn't deliver anything. He just did as shitty a job as possible, as fast as possible, and then just dipped, which is just, and again, it's just disappointing because like I know how predatory a lot of the like freelance gigs can be, and freelance, like, job posting boards can be. And so then you try to actually hire a freelancer, and they just give you a subpar product anyway. So it's like, wow, guess I should have just used one of the predatory boards. Guess I should have been more predatory and just only given you, like, 30% of the money ahead of time, and then demanded you provide the rest of the product before anything else. Wow, I guess I should have been shittier. That sucks to say. Oh, he's moved some of the cars. He said he was doing some work here by the bait shop. I'm curious. Let me see. Oh, I'm still really heavy. Alright, just moving a couple of supplies. But yeah, it's that's been really disappointing. There we go. It's been really, really disappointing having someone do that. That really sucks. Again, especially when I wanted to hire someone. You know, you try to actually create a job, you try to actually hire people, and then they act shitty about it. That just really sucks. Let's see. I need a butcher's hook. Ah, fuck. I'm never gonna find a large hook. Ugh. I'm never gonna fucking find one. Alright, just leave this here. Let's just butcher it on the ground. I won't get as much meat, but that's fine. The Avengers Doomsday will be good? No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Will Avengers Doomsday be good? Does anyone think Avengers Doomsday will be good? Down, down. Down, down. Down, down. Does anyone think Avengers Doomsday will be good? I'm actually asking. Like, does anyone think it's gonna be good? I don't. No, absolutely fucking not. I absolutely do not think Avengers Doomsday will be good. Absolutely fucking not. I don't think I know anyone who does. Oh wow, he is really building this out. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be good at all. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Let me see. As far, oh yeah, as far as other hobbies, interests, yeah, I've been doing that, and I'm still working on the Game of Thrones minis. They're behind me right now. Actually, hang on. One sec. I am going to shove these into your face real fast, guys, just so you can see them. I just finished getting them all primed. I figure if Hephaestus watches this, he can see them too. But yeah, there they all are. There's the, oh god, what are all the names of the houses? There's the, oh god, don't spill them all. Don't spill them all. Bolton's, the gray guys here in Grey Seer are the Night's Watch. I forget what this house is called. Let's call them the knockoff Starks, the Baratheons, and then the Greyjoys down there. Here we go. New hobbies are, oh my god, bird watching. Oh god. Yeah, well, you know, you're not wrong that I should be expanding what I'm streaming. You're not wrong about that. But I'm afraid I'm just not that interesting. Or I may not be. How much? Well, we got quite a few here. I'm afraid I may just not be that interesting. I am, not getting into bird watching. I don't know, maybe some kind of IRL stuff, but, or not like IRL, but like, I would like to do something else beyond just playing video games. I mean, hell, the whole Asmonkai parody thing I was doing was making fun of the fact that all Twitch streamers do is play video games and think that they're important. Let's use up this venison. Yeah. Keep adding poor cuts of venison. They really need to improve the cooking in this. God, I hope that they do. It really needs it. A Richard baking episode. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. I'm actually a very good cook, but I've never been a baker. Never been a baker. Alright, Let me throw these in the fridge. He's got plenty of stuff in the fridge. Let's throw this in the freezer. Wait, can I just add all? No, there's no add all button. It's like the condiments and stuff, which really sucks. Because, I mean, in theory, you're motivated to just throw everything in there, even if you shouldn't be throwing fucking barbecue sauce in before you cook it. Whatever. Let's do that. The most interesting man on Twitch. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's hope that Twitch decides to take note and start promoting me. That'd be pretty cool. Although I am openly conservative, so I don't think Twitch would get behind that. Even in 2026, where... What's his face? Who's the guy? Hassan. Even in 2026, where Hassan is getting incredibly lame, really starting to show his age more than anything else, as his base of aging millennial white women is looking older than ever. But, yeah, let's watch another episode of Woodcraft. Yeah, even as that happens, they'll continue defending him, and so I don't... It sure would be nice to get a little... I don't know. I don't want to sound shitty to say, like, I need recognition from one of these social media websites. I don't think that's true, and I don't think... But, I don't know. Just some kind of a break would be nice. Just something. I spent a lot of fucking money to try to get this video edited, and it's just a lot of fucking money and a lot of fucking time that when you're working full-time is hard to come by. I don't know. Casino stream? Oh, God. You think I support gambling? Come on, man. Oh. Oh, God, no. No. You think I don't have the money for a casino stream, first of all. I don't have the money to be spending money on gambling. Venison rice with barbecue sauce. Hey, I'll take it. And I'm getting my carpentry skill up. In the server, you should be able to use VHSs to get your skill up to level 6. I think is the maximum that I set it at. How much is left? 61 hunger? Yeah, throw that in the freezer. That's still good. And there's plenty of room. Why am I sad? I just got to eat freshly made, like, I got to eat rice with freshly made venison. That sounds awesome. I would eat that in real life. Oh, Project Zomboid. Oh, boy. Went into my grandson's room, was watching Ryan's World. Is that the toy unboxing guy? I don't know. I am not... I gotta be honest, I'm not super familiar with what's big on YouTube right now. I've been kind of bad about keeping up on it. I feel like I feel like I don't really know what's big on YouTube anymore. And wow, that feels kind of weird to say, but it's really true. I really do not know. Oh, another episode of Woodcraft. How's my... That's so close. I could just build some stuff. Nah, fuck it. Just watch the episode of Woodcraft. What are you doing? Did I see the Long Dark 2 trailer? Was there another one recently? I watched the one that came out like a year ago. I didn't know that there was a recent one. If so, I mean, we can stop and watch it on stream, honestly. I'd be down for that. That would be relevant. Although, they'd probably flag me. They are the type of company that would flag the stream, and then I wouldn't be able to And then the VOD wouldn't get recommended, nor would any video in the future for the next, like, 3 weeks. Ryan's World, child YouTuber, started when he was young. Now a teenager, parents are still making him do videos? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, like a Macaulay Culkin situation, or like any of those child stars who got whipped into doing it over by their parents. Justin Bieber, another example, even though Justin Bieber's not like a great person in general, but still. Man, that sucks. Oh, I still have a carpentry multiplier. Oh, that's nice. It is nice to see that there's been a lot more discourse about child YouTubers and the exploitation they face at the hands of people in their lives, even their own parents. It's nice to see, and trust me, as someone I see a lot of shitty parents in my job. It's never fun to deal with their types. It's never fun dealing with shitty parents. It's always just depressing. Oh my god, it's always fucking depressing dealing with shitty parents. We've had more than one situation where we've had to sit in when DCFS has to take away people's kids. That always sucks. But it's also usually justified. And it always sucks because DCFS sucks. Like, there's no reason to ever defend DCFS. Awful organization, along with most of the organizations in the government meant to help kids. They're just awful and predatory. Half the time are more hunting kids than actually helping them. It's just terrible. Hang on. Is this healed yet? Oh, thank God. Yeah, the bag's not even dirty. Yeah, fuck CPS. Fuck CPS. Fuck DCFS. Like I said, I mean, there's been a couple of times I've sat in when they've had to take people, and it's not good. It's not fun. No one likes doing it. It's not a good situation, and it's just awful. It's just awful. Just fucking terrible. Oh, wow. He's really starting to get a farm together here. Wow. Wow. What's in this fishing basket? Nothing. It's got quite a bit of fishing gear. I feel like I should start working on my fishing. There's never any actual fishing rods in here, though, which sucks. Yeah, no, fuck CPS. You thought I would feel any other way than that? Fuck CPS. Alright, let's make a couple of stops before we head back to Castle Richard. Oh, you know what? First thing we need, bigger fridge, which will require a crowbar to lift up, which I don't have, so we can just keep driving. We currently have a tiny little baby fridge, which is not going to be good, but we can drive to any Spiffos, burger joint, any restaurant, and get something else. So that's not really that big a deal. Hell, we could probably go to the gas station and find something. Here we are. Alright, let's grab some guns. And jackets. Do we have any... I wonder if they have any bags inside. Hang on. Hang on. Ah, shit. I should still have the key to this place. Go. Bolt cutters. Rifle. With a 4x scope. I would like that, actually. Let me close that up. Did that someone take his boots off? Oh, here we go. Let's see. I've already got a tactical shotgun. Rifle. 2 pistols. I've already got pistols. I've already got holsters. I've got everything. You know what? Go ahead and take those. Go ahead and take those. I'm going to put all this back. Oh! We'll get ourselves a nice bag of guns. Walking Dead style to take home. Throw on the shelf, just so we have it. I don't need the tactical shotgun. I will take the rifle because I believe I actually do have magazines for that. Oh, maybe I don't. Whatever, just leave it here. Just leave it here. And, oh, it's my original ID card, too. Equip secondary. I will take the nightstick. Give me the 12 gauge. Give me the 9mm. Magnum, no. 357, no. You really, as much as I hate to admit it, you pretty much always need to have the one with... Well, that one has sights and a light. Yeah, I'll take that. You pretty much always just need to have the 9mm, because the Magnum is good. I like the Magnum in theory, but it's just not like I don't know, zombies don't feel pain. It's just like a more powerful gun doesn't always help. You just need the extra bullets to fire into them, because once you get to a point where you're one-tapping them, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're just trying to train your skill in the early game anyway. So I'm just gonna take the 9mm. Some kind of rifle would be good to have. Even like a single shot, just for taking down deer. Okay, you know what? I will take the JS-14. It's got a red dot sight, which is nice. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and take the patrol revolver. And 4 boxes of 357. Wait, is it 357? Yeah, 357. And give me all of them. Why not just take them all? Why even leave them? I'll take those. Camera. Oh, there's the M700. That's the 5.56. I don't really have any 5.56. I'm taking all of that. What does this one use? What does the JS-14 use? Well, there's no... Oh. Well, there's nothing here anyway. Interesting. Well, there's no actual ammo for it anyway, so may as well just leave it. I'll take the pistol, take the extra holsters, and the extra ammo. I'll just take those. Heard they make the axes more sturdy, don't break as easy when chopping trees. I fucking hope not. It was always kind of ridiculous. I mean, that's been a problem, not only in Project Zomboid, but in survival games in general. They always have a habit of, you know, like the fucking ratchet wrench on my hip right now should never, ever break on a human skull, because it's a solid chunk of metal that is fundamentally harder, but it still eventually will, because it's a game. And something realism? So I hear Zed. I hear Zed. I hear you. I hear you. Get out of here. Fuck off. Alright, actually, I'll take that pen, too. If you don't mind. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Hope they add ammo types to the game. Would love to see GHP rounds or slugs. Yeah, there's still only one shotgun shell type. But they are adding new ammos. So, all the guns in this game are vanilla. I believe there's 2 new rifle types. They aren't super different, to be honest. But they are there. They are trying, which is awesome. Yeah, there are 2 new rifles now in vanilla. They added 2 new ones and 2 new... I forget if there's new pistols. I think there's 1 new pistol, and there's a new shotgun type. It's the tactical shotgun. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's right. Cars bring them in from a distance. I don't need to be carrying this roasting pan. I feel like I can leave that there. Hello, boys. Ooh. Come on. No, come to me, not the car. Come after me. I'm more important. Don't you see? People watch me play video games. There we go. There we go. I'm very important. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm very important. There we go. Oh, wait, you know what? I still have those 2 empty gas cans. And the power's still on. Oh, that's right. There is that 2-minute delay. I always forget about that. Yeah, the YouTube comments do tend to be really, really behind. But welcome into the Twitch. Feel free to throw me your Prime subscription if you haven't thrown it anywhere else. Is this where it is? I forget. What game mode am I on? I mean, it's custom. Because it's on the new Memphis server. So the server settings are pretty generous. Mostly because I want people to just come in and start having fun. A lot of the mods that we have installed are mostly stuff like increased drag weight, decreased wood and material weight, stuff like that. Let's get this in position. Go. Also, I do have like 8 strength, to be clear. This is an upgraded baseball bat, and I have like 8 strength. So, these, even in a group, as long as I keep my wits about me, these zombies don't really stand a chance. What more do we got? We got one there. Let's take it out. Get this mini-map out of here. We can go and check out the spiffos if we want to. I want to get into that van, though. It's got tools in it. Ooh, let's dismantle that watch. Give me that electrical skill. I also really need to find some fanny packs. I haven't found, like, a single fucking fanny pack so far. Thinking about switching from burglar to unemployed. I mean, unemployed is still absolutely broken, in my opinion. Well, okay, hang on. I won't say that. I don't think unemployed is broken. I think all the employment options still require way too many points. Thus making unemployed still broken. Like, it's just way too many points. Costs way too many points for employments that don't do shit. Costs way too many points. Like, you can start out with either 8 free points, or you get, like, 1 skill, and in exchange, you start with, like, -6 points overall. It's just not worth it to take an actual employment, which sucks, because it really hurts the role-playing aspect, because when everyone's unemployed, because it's just so much better than, you know. Like, the ability to hotwire cars is pretty good, but honestly, if you know what you're doing, how to get the mechanical and electrical skill, it's really not that bad. I think I did take the trait to start out with a little bit of mechanics skill, like level 2, so I was already most of the way to getting the ability to anyway. Yo, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. I would have taken a prime, so thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, there's, oh shit, what the fuck was I saying? Well, let's get this filled up first. No container for fuel. Can we fill the car? Which, oh, the gas tank's on the other side. Damn it. Oh, this is just gonna attract more Zeds. Yeah, anyway, the server settings are designed for people to just be able to come on and just start having fun. Anyone can claim bases or safe houses. No, fill up. There we go. Refuel from gas pump. Finally. Power and water are still on for right now, but I forget what actually set them to. It's a pretty generous setting, but they will go out eventually, so be prepared for it. Most of the settings, as far as XP gain, are designed to be pretty generous, so except for cooking and woodworking, which have not been changed, because there's like 1,000 VHS tapes for them. most of these settings have been designed to be as generous as possible. So like a lot of the skills will increase at like ×5 speed or ×3 speed. Especially stuff like glass making, pottery, blacksmithing. That all increases at like ×5 speed. Are gas pumps really that loud, or have I just never noticed that due to never being in a life or death situation at a gas tank before? Maybe I've just never noticed. We do need to get a generator eventually, though, because I genuinely don't know when the power is going to go out. So we do need to get one eventually. Go. There we go. Is the erosion turned down on the server? It doesn't look like there's overgrowth. It is turned down, yeah. It's set to, like, the longest setting, so it won't get to max until, like, 500 days, I think. So, like, over a year. Which, the erosion was always way too fast in the base game anyway. So, that's how I personally like it. And we haven't reset the server yet. So far. So if there's any changes to settings or mods you want added, like, we're still taking recommendations for those things, so do feel free to kick them my way or weigh in on the Discord. Please, please, weigh in on the Discord for changes you would like to see, whether they be changes to settings or added mods. Please let me know what you would like to see. There are also a couple of hidden settings that I'm not going to spoil that may be coming in the next couple of days. Here we go. Hello, Zed. Okay, we've got a couple more. Why am I so sad? Why am I so sad all the time? I got one over here. Okay, I don't see anybody else. Let's check the other side of the building real fast, just to make sure no one's going to sneak up on us when we take apart this phone for the electrical skill. Do need it, right? Electrical. Yeah, we need it. Let's go ahead and take this apart. Disassemble the payphone. But yeah, erosion is turned down significantly. Again, if you don't like that setting, feel free to let me know, and in the next update, it may get changed. Just let me know. This is my first time running a server, so you'll have to be forgiving with me. But like I said, I mean, my ultimate goal is still to have a server where people can just log in and start having fun. So hopefully, hopefully it does that. I mean, that's the goal. That's what I'd like to do. I want people to be able to have fun. Just log in and go nuts. Got, give me the box of garbage bags, actually. I would like that. Annotated maps, some flyers, some roaches. Garbage bag. Secondary. Give me that cola. Ugh, lots of rotten food. Well, if I need compost, we can come back here for that. What do I want to grab that's most important? Power's set to stay on for extended amount of time. I genuinely do not remember how long I set it. I'm not even trying to be like purposefully obstructive. I genuinely don't remember how long I set the power to stay on. It's on for... should be on for a while longer. I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember. But yeah, it should be on. It's still not that late, though. The game starts, what, July 3rd? It's only, like, August 3rd, so we're not that far in yet. Into the apocalypse. I'm mostly just taking all the seasoning. That's how you can tell I'm a black Zomboid player. I'm taking all the seasoning first before the actual food. Go. There's still some fresh stuff in here. I also set the refrigerators to be effective, to be probably too effective. That's fine. That's fine with me. Yeah, lard. Butter. Margarine. Butter. Margarine. Let's go ahead and eat some yogurt. Rotten. This barbecue sauce. I'll take that. Thank you very much. On the server, like right now, I have no idea. How many people are playing on it? Quite a few now. I mean, Hephaestus has been on it recently. I think he might be bringing some of his crew from his streaming. Signy's got a base in Westpoint. I forget who else. There's quite a few at this point. But yeah. I don't know. I'm trying not to get too into the weeds as far as, like, are we getting enough people to play? I'm trying not to, like, freak out in that way and be one of those... I don't know. I don't want to be that guy trying to run a server. Cumbrance 20. Shit. And with the roasting pan, that's not great. Cumbrance 3. Will that... Oh, the firefighter axe will fit in the glove box. Actually, hang on. Put the short bat in the glove box. And the rubber hose. And the ginger ale. The player count's under 5. Shut it down. Oh, dear God. Fucking kill me now. I'm not getting that in the weeds as far as dealing with this fucking server. I'm having fun. I will admit. I'm having a lot of fun running the server so far. But I am not getting that into the weeds with it. Oh my God. I refuse. Outright refuse. 2014. No. God damn it. So I'm just like stuck with this in my hand now. Well, I can't drop this bag anywhere. So I guess we just have to head back. Alright, where is the way back? Oh yeah, okay. Look, like I said, I'm not getting too in the weeds as far as running this server. We're just here to have fun. I want the server to be a place people can just log in and start having fun playing Project Zomboid immediately. This is the Just the Good Parts server. Come in, kill Zeds, build cool stuff. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. That's kind of it. Don't take any... Don't let... Oh, God. Who's going to be the villain of the server? Is it going to be whoever decides... Oh, wait. That looks like there's sheep there. The Commonwealth of Kentucky. I think that might have been what it was called at one point. Maybe. Well, those turkeys are probably still in this paddock. Go. But yeah, the server is just meant to be fun. I don't want to think too much about it. In part because I don't want to spend that much time, like, micromanaging it, too, to be honest. Especially when I'm trying to get this editing stuff done. It's been a fucking pain. I'm sorry, I keep mentioning it. It's just Hephaestus would be a good villain. Oh, God. I feel like it'd be too stereotypical. I don't want to make the liberal the villain. That would just be mean. No, don't hit that, don't hit that stuff. Okay. I would love to get out and move that, but I can't drop this bag full of seasoning that I'm carrying with me. Bag full of seasoning and unrefrigerated butter and lard and margarine. I guess lard doesn't have to be refrigerated, but still. What an entrance! That is a supervillain entrance if I've ever seen one. Incredible. And he comes in with the supervillain entrance. Incredible. Oh, phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Man, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Oh, God, there's still so many fucking roadblocks all over here. I gotta clear those eventually, and I will. I need to also start just going through the residential area in Riverside. And, like, just going house to house, seeing if I can find some stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff I need to search garages for. Carpentry books, welding supplies would be nice to have. I'd like to work on my welding. That would be very, very nice. Will Ferrell has taught you well. Yes, there is both zombie and loot respawn. After, I think, 96 hours, I think, is the setup. If no one has looked at a cell in 96 hours, it can respawn, yes. Both zombies and loot. I don't think that having zombie respawn is good to have if there's not some degree of loot respawn. Okay, cool. Down for that setting. No. We have respawn turned on. Again, I want this to be a let's be able to log in and just start having fun type of server. I'm actually, to be honest, taking a lot of inspiration from the settings from I used to play when I was younger a lot of, if anyone remembers this game, actually, Festus, I think you and I have played it because I think you mentioned it before, the game Dead Frontier, the zombie game that was available in browser when I was in fucking high school. I played hundreds of hours in that fucking game. Oh my god. So I'm basing some of the settings off of my history with that game. Where, again, you know, it's... If you want people to log in every day and have fun, you need people to be able to go out and loot and do things. And also trust that they're going to be able to come back and not have their stuff be destroyed or taken. So, once you set up a safe house, make sure that you add anyone else that you want in that faction or safe house. Make sure they are added, because no one can take anything from your safe house. No one else can take things from your safe house. Also, safe houses cannot be damaged by fire for similar reasons to avoid griefing. Yeah, fuck yeah, Dead Frontier. I also still have not played the sequel very much, but I need to go back to it. They just had some big events. Warpath's down, depending on what edits. Done. Mostly edit shitposts. Interested in trying something else. Hell yeah. I mean, if he'll take, like, $50 to just do some basic stuff, I wouldn't mind an editing setup where I just, like, pay somebody, like, $50 to do the shit work, the grunt work, while I deal with doing... Oh my god, I'm still driving. While I then do, like, the very hyperactive edits. I wouldn't be fine. I'd be fine with that. Safe houses were buggy. Is that fixed? We weren't able to claim safe houses at first. I have since claimed a safe house, so we know that it is working. The ability to claim safe houses worked for me. I have not heard from anyone else who has tried. Hephaestus, if you get the chance to try, please do so and let me know. And then, I forget, everyone's got different names in the Discord versus here, so I forget who it is, with the who the toy monkey is. But only residential. Yeah, and even some of the residential didn't work for some reason. Random specific houses didn't work for me. Okay, so Signy was able to claim a safe house too, so it is working, yes. At least we know that. Oh no, that was my turn off right there. And, oh, we got rabbits. Hello, guys. I love the animals so much. I love the animals. Oh, they're so great. Also, Hephaestus, I am curious to know what you think of these settings as far as survival, because I did make some tweaks to things like animals' ability to make tracks and to the gaining of tracking XP. And I guess I could go out and actually try to use those systems myself, but God, who has the time? Okay, you were able to claim the cabin. Okay, so that's 3 for 3. All right, awesome. Hephaestus was also able to claim his cabin. Also, I have not been in this basement yet. On my own house. That's interesting. I still haven't done that. Probably should. You know what? Move all these in here, actually. Because I'm probably just going to build a crate or something. Can I build a decent crate now? Wooden crate, basic. No. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Nice, Bishop. Of course. Of course. We're back to the avocado now. Great. Fucking worst update they made in this fucking game. The update everyone was asking for. The fucking avocado. Are there any factories nearby? You know, there's the factory outside Riverside. Anything, like, really nearby, though? No, there's nothing really nearby. Actually, we could come down here and come get these farming supplies as well. Anybody who logs in and wants to help out, by the way, I have been working tirelessly to try to continue clearing the roads between Riverside and Westpoint, because I would like to facilitate some kind of... Oh, that's a Zed. Oh. Hey, you. Hey. Either of you have a residential key, actually? Either of you have a key to this house? Because I need a basement key. They must have respawned. Come on. Come on. Come over here and die on the pile with your friends. Come along, boys. And girls. Come along. Come along. Come along. Hello. There we go. Anything on you? Large knife. I will take that. Thank you. And nothing else. There's actually quite a few boxes here. Maybe I should just take some of these. Yeah, let's just see how many we can fit in here. And we'll build more later if we need them. You were Chivalry 2's #2 streamer yesterday. Congratulations. Good job. You're very important. People watch you play video games. Yeah. Congratulations, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's impressive either way. So. Wow. These really are turned down. Oh, that's amazing. I just don't want to break half of these when I'm trying to pick them up. What's my carpentry skill at again? 4? Not even close to 5. Well, we got plenty. Let's try picking them up. Okay. 2 for 2. All right. Perfect. Go. Just throw it on top of the stove. Let's see. Requires a hammer and a saw. Wait, hang on. Unequip. Where? There we go. And disassemble this counter. I heard Chuck Norris died, though the memes have been amazing about it. What a fucking shame. Fucking rip to a legend. But he was 86. He was taking care of himself, and Hey, I mean, do you want to reach an age where you're basically unable to move? I don't know. I don't know if I would. Chuck Norris is going Doom Guy on the Demons of Hell right now. Let's see. Install here. There we go. All right. Give me those planks. Oh, 1 plank I got out of that. Great. And we'll move all that there. Cool. All right. I love that I prioritized getting all the seasoning before getting anything else. God. World War III couldn't happen while Chuck was still alive. I mean, you're right. I don't know. Oh, man, we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if it's going to spiral into World War III. I think more than likely we get a very large regional conflict. But I don't think that to make a world war, you need a lot of imperial powers. You need a lot of different people all wanting to extend imperial influence. And I'm just not seeing the evidence that there are enough big imperial powers who all want to extend their authority. You know, none of the European powers want to extend their authority. China wants to, but isn't really willing to go to war when they already have to contend with India and are already expanding into Russia. So why bother starting a war with the U.S.? And the U.S. is letting the oil tankers come out of Iran and still go to China, so I don't, you know. It's my take. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of... I mean, I think Trump was a better option than Harris. I stand by that, but that's, to be clear, a low bar. An extremely low bar to clear to be a better candidate than Kamala fucking Harris. That is an extremely low bar to clear. So that means almost nothing. Let's see. Well, we got a bookshelf. That's good. We need more crates. The guy from Home Alone 2. God, I love when people bring that up, because I forget that it exists every single time, and it's always funny. Make garbage bag... What the fuck? Garbage bag head sack. Knee-length garbage bag skirt. Make a garbage bag tube top. What in the world? Why did they add this? This is so strange. Like, why are you putting time and effort into this? Whatever. Let's put that in there. Along with the hacksaw. And the claw hammer as well. I need to make good use of the light while I have it. So let's go do a little bit of raiding. See what there is to see. And drop off some of these supplies. Wait, hang on. There's medical supplies. Oh, this is the stuff for Signy. Damn it. I still have that bag. We need to get to Signy at some point so I can drop this shit off to him. That's the whole point. Give me these gasoline cans. Give me that gasolina. There we go. I'm just going to leave that here. Yeah, that can just stay right here. Doesn't have to go anywhere else. Diddy or neither? Is there a neither option? Oh, God. What in the world would you be? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that's the most nope answer ever. That's the most never. Oh, God. Who wants either? Let's put that away. What's up, Signy? Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, different one. Don't know character in character, so making a bag for me is breaking my immersion. Sorry. That's right. Our characters don't know each other in real life. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. I know. Why are there animal brains in here? Whatever. It's not important. Ban him. We're not... Oh, my God. Ugh. I would actually like to do some role play at some point, but man, we are not going to be one of those. We are not going to be one of those servers. You broke character, you're banned. We're not doing that. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be one of those. We're not going to be one of those. All right. While we still got a little bit of time, and I need to get a smoke anyway. Oh shit! Wait, hang on. I still have a bunch of stuff I can drop off here. We're going to go ahead and keep clearing the roads. We're going to keep doing basic work because I got to be honest, if we don't clear the roads now, it's just a matter of time before I end up crashing this fucking car. And I don't want to do that. I like this van. So in order to avoid that, we're going to keep working on the roads. And drop off this extra ammo. Clean off this knife, put the nightstick away. Keep the rags, I guess. Spare flashlight can go in there too. There's a lot of stuff I really don't need to carry. I mean, there's definitely a cannibalism mod. There definitely is. I mean, there's almost always a cannibalism mod. That's one of those things that just gets added inevitably to any zombie game. Twine. Yeah, keep all those. Yeah, everything here needs to be kept. Oh, the large bloody knife. Oh, God. Well, where are you going to find a Chinese in 1993 Kentucky? And yes, they would probably be called a Chinese at this point in this region. I don't know where you're going to find one in Kentucky. Where did I ever put the... put the knife up there. That should be it. Okay, cool. At least I got that gasoline. That's, oh my God, where'd you all come from? Wow, they really got brought from far away. Okay, come on. Come on. Come die over here where you're not going to make a smell. Oh, that's right. I forgot walk and roll. Yeah, but it's probably owned by a white guy though. Hell, there's probably a white guy working in the back making the food. This is not 2026 where you can go where your supermarket sells sushi rolled by a real Japanese person who barely knows what sushi is and is probably Japanese American. Come on. Well, I mean, I'm glad I got you out of the woods. Come, follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Oh, God. Use the Chinese guy because he's good at math. Here we go. Get on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Fillet knife. Matchbook. I'll take it. Got any watches I can take apart? You do. I'll dismantle that. Thank you very much. Nothing else. God, the smell must be terrible right on this spot. Get rid of that. Cool. Man, 1.3 electrical XP is like fucking nothing. Sometimes big. What the fuck? Chinese buffet near my house failed, got busted for a health inspection because they were bathing in the sinks. Jesus, that's just weird. That's just fucking weird. That's not even, I don't even think that's like a Chinese thing. I think they're just a weird family. What the fuck? All right, I mean, to each their own, I suppose. And sell zombie meat. I mean, that's just human meat at that point. It's just human meat that's rotting. Really? There's no factories between us and Westpoint. There's a couple small houses, and there's Poverty Lane. Nothing really. All streams of summer 9 to 5. Oh, hell yeah. Is it summer already? Oh, no, it's still early. Oh, but probably within a couple of months. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Summer's going to be a super busy time for me, so if you want to pick up the mantle here in the server, or, you know, you have your own server too, I would not be opposed to having somebody else who wants to be here more. Help keep some leadership in the server when I'm gone. And help me clear these fucking roads. God. Oh, God. I think we had a boba place get busted not too long ago, but they're just generally dirty more than anything else. Nothing crazy. God, he is establishing himself as the villain of the server. Alright, what... right at that bend, though, we do need to clear out the Zed. There's a lot of Zeds right in that area. I think there's a couple of houses. There must be good loot, though. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna see if there's anything there. At the very least, maybe some crates. Something. We don't have that much stuff. We have some room. We have some room to spare. So if we can find something there, like a warehouse or something. And there's a couple of things I should be making. I should really grab some of that rotten food out of some of these grocery stores and start composting it. I've already been to this house, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have. Yes, I have been to these houses, but I believe it was at night, so I didn't want to stay. I didn't end up looting anything. Let's see. Any propane? 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 No. Oh, wait. It says 9 hours. Wait, hang on. Is that... Remove propane tank. There we go. Give me that. I will take that. Thank you very much. Alright. And got in here... A couple of planks. I'll take them. Why not? I'll take the hand drill. Nothing else, really. Yeah, I'll take the table. It wouldn't be bad to have. Nice to have one outside. Nothing else in there. Okay. I need some more bags more than anything else. Like some garbage bags or something so I can grab this stuff a lot easier. It'd make my life far, far easier if I could do that. Dump the planks, dump the hand drill. And that's... Oh, and the propane tank. God, these still take forever to move. There we go. I don't know why that animation just makes me so happy. Oh, we got a back door. Any chance? Hey, there we go. Seasoning. My favorite. It's here. Cooking 3. Sure. Okay, I'll take it. Why not? Some bowls, forks, knives. Roasting pan. I'll take it. Do they have a garbage bag or something I can carry this stuff in? I really don't just want to load up my backpack with a bunch of random shit. Got a bookshelf. Hey, a couple episodes of Exposure Survival. I'll take that. And what the hell? Dead bird. I guess they were in the middle of butchering it. Well, good on them trying to live economical, I guess. Sewing kit. Well, that is nice to have. Screwdriver. I don't need it, though. Hairspray. Maybe at some point. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. There's a basement here. We got... Ooh, an antique oven! Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll take the nails. I'll take the plank. I'll take the wood glue. The rest of that can get dumped on the ground. I'll put it up on the shelf. I could be wrong about this, Bishop, but I believe the way that teaching usually works is you either opt to get paid all 12 months, but it's really just your, like, 8-month or 9-month pay stretched out. Or you opt to just get paid when you work. Usually they give you a choice. From what I understand. I could be wrong about that. I am not the actual teacher, so do not take that with many grains of salt. I'll take those. Give me all those logs. All of them. Though we need to be chopping down the trees around the house anyway, so maybe I just shouldn't bother. Whatever. Nothing. Another log. Won't fit. Okay, well, that's not great. Requires a hammer. I have the carpentry, and it's also too heavy. Alright, lovely. What else do we got? Nothing. Nothing. And nothing. Well, I guess there's a matchbook, but we really don't really need it. There's some extra shit. Nothing really. Honestly, the logs were more worth it than anything else. That antique oven is great. I'm gonna have to come back for that. Fuck, I'm not even unloading these logs. Not even gonna unload them. Not even worth it. Don't get paid all summer. Yeah. Okay. Nothing. Oh, crap. Oh, right. Here's that original bag of deer parts that I found. I can also take this. Too heavy and has items. But it's, I don't need anything to pick it up. Still have that crate too. Hell yeah, boy's making money now. Got a girlfriend and a good paying job. Fuck you, man. Starting to look privileged there. Goddamn. Making us all look bad. And gets to spend his summer streaming. Goddamn, as a 9 to 5. Look at you getting a house. And a house and a good-paying job like a good tax-paying American. Look at you. For all the rants about capitalism. Yeah, my summer is going to be very, very busy. Honestly, though, after a year of unemployment, I'm kind of glad to be at a busy job. I'm not complaining, even if sometimes it's obnoxious. Oh, shit, we got rain now. grab some of this clay eventually. I wouldn't mind doing some pottery. There's plenty of it, though. And plenty of places to fish. Maybe I should build a little fenced-off fishing cabin somewhere along here. Might not be a bad idea. But first I need to get an actual fishing pole. I don't even have that yet. Alright. What is that? Oh, it's just a book bag and some boots. Took off his Zed. Don't need it. Got... Oh boy. Yeah. Hang on, hang on. Damn haters. Get out of here. There's still quite a few of them hanging out in the woods, and I don't love that. But also, it's not like they're all that threatening. And the house is boarded up now. There we go. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You want a treat? You want a treat? Come over here and die on the pile with your friends. Come on. 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 There we go. Where's the other one? I know there was at least one more. Get over here. Get over here. Man, there were a lot of them out in the woods. We killed a total of like 6 or 7 today. Maybe 8 or 9, somewhere over there. A lot. How? Don't even pretend like you're gonna panic for one zombie. Chill, bro. Chill. Come on. Come get on the pile with your friends. Come get on the pile. Come get on the pile. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, I do have some funny stories from work. Well, not really a story from work. A story from Facebook. So, there was a shooting in my town not that long ago. By not that long ago, I mean like 48 hours. Apparently, kids from the local school system started sending out messages and sent out some kind of a big collective message on Facebook, because my town is small enough we use Facebook, and told everyone to show up to the local mall for a fucking brawl at an approximate time. And people actually did. Like, all these kids showed up for a fucking brawl. And then somebody pulled a gun and killed a kid. That happened here. And it's been fucking wild. But yeah, a kid fucking died in my town because all the kids in town, and apparently like 100 of them showed up, posted on Facebook that, hey, let's all go to the fucking mall nearby that no one goes to anymore because malls are dead, and have a brawl. So they came for this brawl, and somebody pulled a gun and killed a kid. Killed a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, something like that. Fucking terrible. Ugh. Absolutely fucking terrible. Just awful situation. But it's okay. According to Illinois' government, the crime is going down. It's important that we all remember that. Crime's going down, guys. Crime is going down. Of course it is. Of course. A week ago. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. What the hell is happening in the U.S. right now? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Well, it was another kid. I mean, the one who pulled the gun was themselves another fucking teenage boy. Two teenage boys killed each other. Just terrible. I don't think that a lot of people realize how bad it could actually get. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's hope that it doesn't. Let's hope that things don't get that bad. I worry they will, but let's hope things don't get that bad. It was either over drugs or a girl. Yeah, inevitably. You're probably right about that. You are probably right. I don't think it was his parents' gun these days. There was already a problem at one of the local schools not even that long ago where a kid, like an actual kid, was brought a ghost gun, essentially bought a bunch of individual parts online to make an untraceable firearm. And that happened at a local school not even that long ago. Sheets. Okay. How do we make the bundle? Log. Stack 4 logs. Requires rope? You can't do it with rags anymore? Oh, fuck you. God damn it. That's annoying. Ugh. Yeah, it's always gonna, I mean, if you're dealing with fucking teenage boys, it's probably gonna be over a girl, or it's gonna be something stupid. Probably just some crap over a girl. Ugh, just fucking terrible to see. Just terrible. And that wasn't even the only shooting we had in the last 48 hours. There was another, a few towns over, maybe like 45 minutes from here, there was another shooting. Just awful. Feral, mainstream media is mindless, soulless, sanitized, no sense of us outside of the family. And not even that sometimes. Yeah, honestly. I don't know if anyone here is into, like, for lack of a better word, hood movies. Like, movies about neighborhoods, you know? Thinking stuff like, I don't know. I can't think of any, like, good examples. But, like, movies about dangerous neighborhoods. But the story of them, when they're told intelligently, it's always... Like, the story of dangerous areas is, more often than not, you know, you get one generation of bad kids. It's usually a story of family. It's a story of family, and it's a story of a system that can't provide for kids. Whether it be a family system, whether it be... I don't know, how do I want to put this? I guess I'm just worried because... You know, the only real path is for things to get worse. The only way out of it is, my life is a hood movie, don't need to watch him. Jesus Christ, Signy. Anyway, the, God, you just threw me. Fuck, I don't even remember what I was fucking saying. God damn it, Signy. Dawn, maybe. I mean, getting out of the spiral of a neighborhood becoming a hood requires education, it requires culture, it requires family, and it requires us to have more connections to one another beyond politics. I think it's just politics at this point. Like, being an American as, like, a definitive thing is just what type of politics do you follow? Yeah, it requires leadership. Bishop's right about that. It requires leadership. But, you know, at least here in Illinois, I mean, I can tell you, all the way, I mean, as much as Illinois' leaders would like to pretend that stuff like, you know, Chicago's most dangerous hoods, and there are quite a few, you know, or Chicago's, the Chicago's hoods continuing to get more dangerous, or the any number of other things happening. As much as they like to pretend that these things can be fixed, a lot, well, they like to crowbar the Illinois is run by career bureaucrats. Sorry, I'm going to rant about the liberals for a second, but it's not even that. It's Illinois is run by career bureaucrats. And bureaucrats will always see fixing a problem like this through the lens of the bureaucracy. They're always going to want to solve it using the existing bureaucracy. They're going to want to solve it by opening another office, by fighting for more funding for my office. Stupid crap. That's not actually going to work. You know, the prospect of, hey, how about you actually go out into these neighborhoods and you actually, like, help the families afford food. Hey, how about you cut taxes to make it easier for single mothers to afford food? No, you can't do that because, oh my God, our funding is just too important, so we have to keep taxing single mothers. Like, they're always going to see it through the lens of bureaucracy and think that the only way we can solve this is with another government office of some bullshit. Because, you know, anything is just... I mean, even with, like, to take another example, even the fucking stuff with ICE happening right now. ICE sees fixing their reputation as just an issue of... I mean, that's been one of the big ironies of people fighting ICE and saying, fuck ICE. It's like, all you're doing is giving them an excuse to push for more funding on the federal level. That's all you're doing. They're just getting more funding. Now they're taking the place of fucking TSA because Trump is going to give them more funding. Like, they're just taking on more and more tasks because they're a government organization. They're just going to get more and more funding. That's all that's going to happen. That's how bureaucrats see this. They don't understand anything about actually fixing a broken culture at all, nor do they want to. Because ultimately, these career bureaucrats only care about their career. They care about getting themselves a nice fat pension, and the kids who need to actually be helped by these programs are just an afterthought. It's fucking terrible to see. Every fucking time, it's terrible to see. And it happens a lot, and it's terrible. Sorry, that's my rant for the day. That's my TED Talk for the day. That's my, this is, my feelings about this are overflowing and I need to share them type of rant for the day. Sorry. Had to get it out there. It's just terrible. Trapping ain't easy in these streets, Signy knows. Fixing a problem. If you fix the problem, yes! Fucking Signy, yes! Fixing a problem. If you fix the problem, you can't get more funding, but you need to make sure you use all your funding or they'll cut it next year. Exactly. These fucking government programs. That's why it always drives me fucking crazy. Okay, now I am going to rant about the fucking liberals. It always drives me crazy when people with too much fucking money decide that they know best and they know what black neighborhoods or Latino neighborhoods, or hell, even impoverished white neighborhoods need. Even the trailer park meth head whites aren't getting help from these systems by other white people. You know, no one's getting the help they actually need. Nobody is. It's just awful. It's just awful. Sorry, that's my rant. That's my TED Talk. Single moms do deserve more taxes. If you say so. If you say so. There's certainly a few who do. Like I said, I've been in a few DCFS calls. Some of them are not. Being a single mom doesn't mean you're immune from critique, as some believe. I will give that. Some single moms think that they're above reproach simply by virtue of being a single mom, and that is wrong. That is not okay. We have more in common with each other than we ever will with a rich man. You're not wrong about that. So why the hell do Illinois poor Democrats keep electing a billionaire? Why does California keep falling behind Gavin fucking Newsom, that human ball of slime? Why in the world do we keep electing rich guys? At least with Trump, he made other rich people uncomfortable. seeing the entirety of the Hollywood machine turn against him, the entirety of the mainstream media turn against him, at least it confirmed that other rich people didn't like what he was doing. Even if Trump is a rich Nepo baby himself. At the very least, I could say that. But, Rich, Signe! Enough with the puns. Get out of here. Don't call me rich. Also, you're like the 1000th person to ever make that joke to me. Well, thank you for having a beer for me, Bishop. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're willing to take one for the team for me and have that beer. You enjoy it. Wish I could have a beer. Well, I had 2 last night. Now I am, and I still managed to wake up in time to stream for a couple of hours. I want to get to 3 hours today. Though I may have to leave a little bit early because I do need to get to work. Because I have to get a mask fitting, basically. Yeah, that's basically it. We have to get fitted for masks for the job, so they know what size we are. Excuse me. Yeah, they have to know what size respirator we are. Oh, oh boy. Ah, hello there. Ah, you respawned. Get out of here. Wah! Off. 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 Get off. Oh, I hear another one. I hear more. I hear more. Oh boy. Oh, there's quite a few of them coming out. Alright. Alright, come on. I can handle you. Come on. Get over here. I'll crack all your fucking skulls open. Come on! Is he wearing a wrestling helmet? Come on. I got 3 long blunt skill, 8 strength, and an upgraded baseball bat. Come on. Come on. Beat off the haters. Get out of here. Fuck you. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we are. I think the honest problem at the lower level of finance, politics is more of a moral and practical argument, whereas at the higher echelons of wealth, it's where your money comes from, who donates to you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I would say many of the rich are engaging in these moral issues. I mean, again, we all saw the Hollywood celebs all singing Imagine, right? I think a big part of it is you're not wrong, but I think even the rich are subject to, ugh, I hate saying this. It is easy to dehumanize the rich, but it's important to remember they can be just as neurotic, just as emotionally driven as anybody else. That's important to remember. Especially when you have, you know, again, the mainstream media and Hollywood machine both pushing ideologies. Like, they've been pushing ideology for years. Because these entertainers, professional entertainers, for some reason, think that they need to be the ones to tell us all about culture. They need to be the moral vanguard or some shit. It's actually been one of the worst things about the last few years, is that we have people who should be just actors in movies and not be taking it so seriously, who instead think that they need to be the moral arbiters of society. And it's part of why we're losing culture, because you should just make movies and shut the fuck up. You're not actually smart or equipped to be doing this. Rich people who think that they should be, you know, telling people how to live. You know, or take that really famous example. There was that what is it called? That campaign ad for Harris that was made by friends of Harris, not officially a Kamala Harris campaign ad. There was one that showed a black man and a black woman on a date, which I mentioned because it especially irks me for the way that they fucking brainwashed black women, or tried to for so many years. And it's still working, unfortunately. Which I guess it's not brainwashing if they're cool with it. Anyway, yeah, it's... There was an ad for Kamala Harris by friends of the Kamala Harris campaign, not officially sanctioned, where they showed a black man and a black woman on a date, and the black man doesn't have an I voted sticker, so she gets up and leaves the date, because if he isn't going to support women, then he shouldn't be allowed to. He doesn't get your time, ladies. Some stupid crap like that. These are rich people making these ads. I mean, and many of them actually do believe it, tragically. They're so deluded as to think that people need to be... That those... you know, it's the same shit. Like, people can be rich and still be engaging in this same terrible politics of, if you don't agree with me, it means you're a morally bad person. Not that you disagree with me. I know there was another Z around here somewhere. Where is it? I know there was another one. Oh, there's two more up here. Get out of here. I just need you to die off the road. Doesn't have to be, like, way in the woods. Just off the road is good enough. There we go. Ooh, hunting knife. And in half-decent condition. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Mine's not in great condition. Yo, what's up, Al? Good to see you. It's not dehumanizing. Got there because they wanted money. They want more. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It's just sad. It's sad that people are putting politics ahead of everything else. You know, okay, hang on. Just to be clear, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about who you support personally. That's not a problem. I don't care. We're done with that. You know, the election already came out one way. I feel like we've established that the old ways of politics are dying because people are not vibing with it anymore. Okay? Let's focus on, like, ways to improve things. Let's focus on that more than anything else. Just for president. Well, thank you. I hear somebody. I hear someone. There you are. Get over here. Here we go. Here we go. Well, hey, at least you're showing up. It's appreciated. Watering cans. Ooh, a pouch with seeds. Okay, cool. Cool. Lots and lots of farming gear. Another crate, which is always good to have. Looks like a Zed busted out, not in. Lots and lots of tools in here. Ooh, okay. Cool. Very cool. Lots and lots of stuff. I'm not at a point where I really need to be planting crops, though. Let me see. I still have that black pen, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and just mark that there's farming supplies here. Loot. What's a good, like, farming signal? I could do a flower. Is there a scythe? I wish there was a scythe. That would be great. Sure, let's do that. Let's add a note. Seeds. Farming supplies. There we go. Alright, we'll just mark that down. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Maybe we'll head up here to this warehouse. See what we can find up there. We're just kind of doing some exploring right now. Damn it, it's about to get dark, though. Ugh. Yeah, I want to talk about solutions to the political environment. I want to talk about... I don't care about what your politics are. I want to know, how do you think we fix... Because we can all agree that politics are broken in America. We can all agree this system where we all fucking hate each other instead of actually getting anywhere isn't working. We can all agree that we hate it. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Why are there underwear in here? Okay, hang on. Ooh, and a cigarillo. This looks like a cop's van. And there's keys in it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is a survivor house. Oh, shit. Oh, this is a player's house. Oh, someone's living here. Oh, shit. Oh, I think someone's living here. Yeah, because those trauma bags would not spawn there. Okay. Someone's living here. Okay. Well, I don't know who's living here. Oh, shit. Right, this server is technically public. This is someone's house. I will mark that. I will simply mark that, and then we're going to move on. Alright, I'm not taking anything from someone's house. Not taking anything. Didn't take anything. I didn't touch them. I just saw a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, damn it. Are the roadblocks respawning? Oh my god. The zombies are starting to respawn now on this road. Oh my god. If the roadblocks respawn, I'm going to be so fucking mad. Get over here. I don't want to run into you in the night. That would be very annoying. Come on. Get off the road. Get off the road. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. Put LSD in the water supply. Well, that would be one way to make Americans far more chill. Make Quaaludes great again. Oh god. You know, that was what they promised would happen when they legalized marijuana here, but now it's just ended up with a generation of kids who are perma-stoned. I don't know, like, the tragedy that makes a city, a neighborhood, a nation fall apart over the course of generations is lack of leadership on the larger level, on the smaller level, going all the way from the highest authority in the land, all the way from the presidency to the father in the household. You need all of those to be strong. If I'm entirely honest, and I don't know how controversial this will be with my audience. I don't think it'll be controversial at all. I think a lot of it's lack of masculinity. I think a lot of men are lost, and I think that's why it's not, because, like, it's, we can talk, people can say, oh, well, if we elect this one guy president, everything will be fixed. Oh, if we do this one thing, everything will be fixed. We pass this one bill, we do this one thing. No, it fucking won't. No, it won't make everything better. You know, just the guy who's in office somewhere. If we have this governor, if we have this mayor, politics is not everything, you know? We forget that these days because we've been made to think that politics are everything. But it's just not. You know, you need good leadership all the way from the top down. From the highest echelons all the way through to the father in the household. You need them to be well-equipped and able to do their job and lead. You need a generation of men who can lead. And we're not facilitating that. Young men are lost. They don't have good examples, good leadership. And to be entirely honest, a lot of it's because we just demonize masculinity in general. It's a shame. What do you think I mean, Hephaestus? What do you think I mean by masculinity? Give me your 2 cents. What do you think I mean by masculinity? Before I even give that definition, I would like to know what you think I mean. Because I stand firm in that. More masculinity is needed. It's especially funny now because of where I work. You know, hospitals tend to run pretty left-leaning. And specifically, you know, the most common people you're going to find in a hospital, nurses, tend to be very left-leaning as well. Alex Preddy being a pretty good example of that. Pete Hegseth putting Boy Scouts on testosterone replacement therapy. Dear God, Hegseth would do some shit like that. Fucking Pete Hegseth is a fucking idiot. Ugh. God, I'm hoping more people don't quit the Trump administration, because my biggest fear is Trump only having Pete to listen to. That's why I get frustrated every time I see someone. Did you see somebody quit the Trump administration for his actions? That's not a good thing. We don't want Trump being left behind with nobody but Hegseth to tell him what to do. That would be very bad, actually. I would like there to be sane voices, dissenting voices around Trump, actually. There we go. There we go. Al, what do you think masculinity is? Masculinity is when an alien gives you and 4 friends color-coded power rings that summon dinosaur robots. All right. So you deeply associate Power Rangers with masculinity. Is that actually true? I'm genuinely curious. Is Power Rangers something you associate with masculinity deeply? I genuinely would like to know. Is that what you would associate with it? Because there's an argument for it. I know a lot of guys, actually, for whom, what's his name? Tommy, the Green Ranger, was actually one of their most formative masculine figures in their lives. I know some people for whom that's very true. The Brotherhood of Steel is what you think of when you think of masculinity. All right. Why the Brotherhood of Steel? Why the Brotherhood of Steel? Steel with an A, arguably. Why do you think the Brotherhood of Steel? Is it because of their weapons? Is it because they have a reputation and focus on martial excellence? Is it their military power? The Brotherhood? Oh, I didn't see Hephaestus' answer. Sorry. That's the thing. You don't know what I mean. Do you mean masculinity in terms of brotherhood and camaraderie? Do you mean having stereotypical manly habits? What do you think? We've been talking for a year. I mean, we just talked about this in the DMs. We've had this relationship for a year now where we're talking about pretty deep subjects. I mean, how well do you know me? What do you think I mean? What do you think? How do you think I would be defining this? It's not like masculinity isn't a topic I talk about a lot. Or have always had strong feelings about. What do you think I mean when I say that? Genuinely. You know me pretty well at this point. All of you guys do. You know? It was just goofing. Reinforce positive mindsets, social awareness, and physical activity. Okay, cool. I mean, are those 3 things that you would associate with masculinity? Because if so, maybe you were more right than you thought. Like, I genuinely want to know. I would love to have a conversation about this, honestly. Like, Al, maybe you're onto something more than you think. Have some fucking confidence. Have a fucking opinion. You know? Have an opinion that's not just Reddit edgy boy shit. You know? Genuinely. What, do you think that those are... it seems like you think those are good things for young men to have, or to believe in. I mean, are those things you associate with masculinity? Like, genuinely. Specifically inclined to assume... okay, starting with a bunch of caveats, but okay. You assume I mean camaraderie, brotherhood, desire to take charge, work together toward a brighter future, being practically useful and justifiably confident. Okay. A lot of stuff about usefulness and practicality, which is interesting. Working together... okay. I mean, yeah, taking charge is definitely something I would put as a masculine trait. You got me there. Practically useful. Maybe more of a focus on practical usefulness than I would probably put in. But leadership is... oh, animal care one. Yeah. But leadership... and taking charge is something that's definitely good. Oh, yeah, I was saying before, at my job, it's funny, you know, hospitals lean left, but the security team is pretty much all right-wing guys. It's all, like, it's a running joke that the security team is all redneck white guys and black dudes. All of it! Seriously. It is a It is a combination. It is like the place where black dudes from Chicago and white dudes from bumfuck Illinois come together is the security department. And it's funny how that worked out, you know? It's funny how masculine men from both fields ended up there. And there's a couple nurses who have come up to me and have said things like, why did you guys hire that new security guard? He's like smaller than I am. Or even a couple left-wing, very openly left-wing nurses who will still come up to me and just openly say, you hired a girl in the security department? Why? Like, genuinely confused. And I give them the exact same answer every single time. We are an equal opportunity employer, and we do not discriminate based on size, gender, or anything else, or any physical trait. That would be illegal. But suddenly, with the security department, even for the most left-leaning people, all that goes out the window. Because, you know, security's job is to hold people down half the time. You know, I understand it, but it's just funny. You know? Was being evasive, don't want to put words in your mouth? Why not? What do you mean you don't want to put words in my mouth? We know each other well. Put words in my mouth. Like, it's okay for you to think, I mean, it's not okay for you to put words in my mouth, I guess. But it's like, it's okay for you to make assumptions about what I think. I've been on the internet 4 or 5 years now. I feel like it's okay for you guys to come to conclusions about what I would think. And if those conclusions end up being wrong, just be like, oh, this is what he actually thinks. Cool, let's just update it. It's not a big deal to do that. Bishop's given some examples here of masculinity. Kratos, Rick Grimes, Joel from The Last of Us. If I may ask, I'm not going to ask Joel from Last of Us 1 or 2. But I will ask, Kratos, what do you think more embodies masculinity in your mind? Kratos from the original God of War or Kratos from modern God of War, current God of War franchise? Who do you think embodies it more? Genuinely, I really do want to know. I'm curious. Who do you think embodies it more? Older, ripping heads off, more angry, but also got shit done Kratos? Or modern, fatherly, patriarchal, but also slow-winded old man Kratos? Who do you think embodies it more? I genuinely want to know. Power Rangers appeal to the ladies more universal than just masculine. Feel called out. Well, sorry. It was inevitable. Sorry, bro. But also, I just want to know, like, genuinely. I mean, what do you think Power Rangers pushed that was positively masculine? What do you think Power Rangers pushed that wasn't? Come on, I want some genuine answers here, guys. Hit me, come on. Stretch those neurons. Stretch those brain muscles. What do you think? Have an opinion on something. It's crazy how strongly opinionated the internet is, and yet here I am struggling to get opinions out of the internet. God, I am so unhappy right now. It's ridiculous. Open that with the multi-tool. Oh, I love the multi-tool. Al says Elder Kratos is a much more interesting archetype. Didn't care about Kratos until he was somber. The Bishop says they're both masculine in their own ways. Can't say one or over the other. Kratos, Greek ones, he was avenging his fallen family. New one is about protecting his current family. Okay. Interesting. A bit of a cop-out to just say both, but I'll take it. I understand where you're coming from. You do make good arguments for both, so okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I'll take that. That didn't help my misery at all. Well, shit. Should have brought those damn antidepressants with me. Is there any more beer? No. Fuck. I can't cook this steak. Unless I want to cook it in the microwave. That would not be good. Anything else I want to read? Yeah, let's get some reading done, actually. May as well. Came across first ever Yao Guai. That's a ghoul. I think, aren't all Yao Guais ghouls, technically? I thought that was, like, what made them Yao Guais instead of bears was that they were, like, not zombified. Whatever, ghoulified. I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious. I mean, what, genuinely, let me, well, I'm putting you guys on the spot. Let me throw some stuff out there. What do I think of when I think of masculinity? Honestly, I feel weird saying Ryan Gosling is one of my first examples, but the driver from Drive always embodied quiet masculinity to me. That's why I love that book, that movie so much. I love Drive. I feel like he really did a good job with that. And you also get to see him, like, being gentle with children, because he meets a girl and the kid and her kid, like, fucking loves him. I always loved that. Because I do think that part of masculinity is... I think a key part of masculinity is both the ability to lead and to take charge when taking charge is needed, but also simultaneously the ability to let things play out, to let people make mistakes on their own, and to be gentle when needed. I think that is just as important a part of masculinity. Especially, and I think that's the lack of that as well, is a lot of what's going wrong with modern women who feel... A lot of women feel very lost these days as well. You know, the fact that good masculine role models aren't allowed to be a thing anymore. Masculine role models at all aren't allowed to be a thing anymore, you know, affects more than just men. It affects women, too. And tragically, it's put us in a situation where a lot of women don't know what positive masculinity is, you know? I mean, I know that more than a few people in my audience have consumed red pill content in the past, where guys rant about women making poor choices in who they sleep with or have kids with. You know, we've all seen that kind of content online. Once you click on one video about it, YouTube will only ever recommend that to you ever again. We've all seen it. We've all seen that content. I know we all have. But, you know, if you want to look at why, a lot of it is because young women are also not being exposed to examples of positive masculinity. Instead, they're being exposed to, well, in a lot of cases, toxic femininity, which is a thing that's not acknowledged enough. Toxic femininity is also just not explored enough, but, or acknowledged, allowed to be acknowledged as a thing at all. But that's a different issue. We're not talking about femininity today. Yeah, it's terrible to see. It's terrible to see. The lack of good masculine role models is really affecting us. It's affecting men and it's affecting women. Oh, get in the car. Get in the car. Okay. Now pull out the map. There we go. What's the difference between red pill and blue pill? Well, I mean, let's... First of all, let me just say, the red pill and blue pill is, to be absolutely clear, a marketing technique. It is a sales pitch. Like, the red pill, blue pill dynamic is used all across sales. And that's ultimately what the red pill movement is. Even the more, I guess, considered reputable ones like Homath, it's a sales pitch. That's what it is, you know? The red pill is a sales pitch. It is a narrative device that was extremely effective in The Matrix for a reason. You know, it was an extremely effective pitch in, just because, for the same reason it was an extremely effective narrative device in Alice in Wonderland. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. 3 nightsticks. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know who busted into this, but thank you. I'll take those. Yeah, I mean, it's important that we all remember that it is ultimately a sales pitch. Now, if you want to talk about what is the red pill as far as, like, what it believes, I have always maintained, and continue to, the red pill and the feminist crap that's helping to brainwash women, especially minority women, and black women have gotten hit especially hard. And millennial women have gotten hit especially hard across race. What am I saying? For them, the, like, red pill and feminism, well, not feminism, because it's a bastardized version of feminism. It's not actually supporting women. It's corporate schlock. I don't like calling it that, because it's really not feminism. The specific type of toxic feminist alleged ideology and the red pill that claims to counter it, they are ultimately simply two halves of the same neoliberal coin. I mean, what the feminist ideology pushes women to do is to deprioritize men and family, and especially deprioritize having children with men, and instead to focus on their career, focus on your job, babe, and making money for yourself and your own personal use. Whereas the red pill tells young men to deprioritize having kids with women, deprioritize women in general and starting families, and instead to focus on their career. Thus, I see the two sides as ultimately just two halves of the same capitalist neoliberal coin. They ultimately both modern feminism and the modern red pill, both want to see people just working at their jobs and deprioritizing family. They push for the same thing while claiming to be ideologically opposed. But they push for exactly the same shit. They're the same. Ultimately. Red pill's Dayquil, blue pill's NyQuil. Yeah, the blue pill makes you drowsy, that's it. That's why you wake up the next morning. Power Rangers was an easy formula to make weekday morning morality tales from. Though simple, it hit a niche for its time, certainly has a masculine bend to it. Okay, cool. Keep telling me more about that. I would love to hear more examples. I love that. I love all of that. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. You see? You do pretty well when you have opinions on things. I love to hear it. There are a lot of cop cars out here. M1A magazine. Oh, wait. Take apart that camera. Okay, Hephaestus says, masculinity is complex. Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross have gentle masculinity, but no one questions the rest of their masculinity. Old Kratos and Aragorn have a more rugged masculinity and old man wisdom, just as examples. Interesting. Yeah, the two pills are both antinatalists and corpo whoring. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Hephaestus putting it fucking amazing. Yeah. They're both about serving corporations instead of family or, yeah, serving corporations instead of family. That's what they're both about. Neither of them actually have your best interest in mind. Neither of them do. Fuck no. Never believe for 1 second that the red pill has your best interest at heart. Nor should, as a woman, you believe that the idea of the feminist girl boss narrative has your interest at heart if you're a woman. No woman should believe the corporate girl boss narrative of deprioritize family. Having kids is slavery. You should instead focus on your 9-to-5 job. That's where you'll truly find fulfillment. Yeah, fucking sure. Fucking sure. Fucking right. Yeah, sure. As fucking if. As fucking if. And surprise, surprise, so many women are miserable. Or they end up with men they don't want. They end up with men that they just straight up do not want to be with. Because they don't know what positive masculinity looks like. Because there are no examples. And examples of masculinity in general are banned, especially good ones. At least with like, in a weird way, it's almost like negative masculine archetypes are more acceptable. Like, take the rash of evil supermen that we've seen in culture the past several years. You know? Negative examples of masculinity are almost more tolerated because it fits the narrative, you know? It fits the narrative of masculinity being this evil thing, so mainstream media goes with it. they're much more willing to run with it. And boy, that just really shows you where their interests really lie. In slandering men, slandering masculinity, and thereby offering no good examples of masculinity, and teaching an entire generation of young women to not appreciate what men can bring to their lives. And teaching a young generation of young men, failing to teach a generation of young men how to be an asset in a woman's life. So it just becomes a vicious cycle. Men don't know how to be proper men, so women don't know how to appreciate men, and no one ever starts families. No one really cares anymore. And that's just how you... Hey, going back to that subject of hoods, that's how you see... You know, that's how you see a civilization die, slowly but surely. That's how. You know? When there are no examples of good adulthood. Bishop, I wouldn't make a joke about that because I'm going to make you defend it. You know that, right? You know I'm going to immediately ask, what do you think about Taylor Swift makes her masculine? I'm going to make you actually defend it if you give a meme answer, so be careful. Sick to death of evil Superman. It was interesting one time. Yeah, exactly. But again, it fits the narrative of the time. So it got to be, so it was vastly overrepresented. Yeah, it's nice, right? It's nice having a Superman who's actually allowed to be positive. You know? Perfect example, both gentle and also wants to genuinely help people. But still strong, you know? It's a shame we can't have more of that. Yeah, just put it all on the ground, I guess. Nothing else I can do with it. I think Taylor Swift's album was good, but Beyonce had the best. Oh God, you're gonna reference Kanye in a talk about masculinity? All right. I mean, you think Kanye West is masculine? Genuine question. Does anyone think Kanye West is masculine? Do you? I'm actually curious, honestly. I actually don't know where we fell on Kanye, so I'm actually kind of curious. I really don't know where we fell on Kanye. Although that photo of him getting hibachi with Nick Fuentes will always be the saddest thing in my I ever fucking see. Oh my God, that was incredible. Now you're gonna get definitive, Bishop. Well, again, give me some good examples of Oh, shit. I gotta get off soon. All right, we're gonna get back. We're gonna unload this stuff, and then I gotta log out. But keep the conversation going without me, though. I would love to hear more. Get on the Discord and keep talking about this. List off on the Discord for me some positive reasons. I'm giving everyone homework. Get on the Discord. Give me some positive examples of masculinity. At least one. And just give me a sentence why. Why is this what do you like about it? What was something that mattered to you? And on the way back, I'll give some of mine, because I feel like I'm asking without giving much. Positive examples for me from when I was a kid. Iron Man. I loved Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, because A, that movie came out when I was like 12, but also because I was a really smart kid in like a small town where being smart wasn't cool. And he helped teach me that being smart could be a fucking superpower, and that was awesome. And that was cool. Yeah, I loved that. As I got older, again, the driver from Drive was another great example of quiet, but extremely fierce masculinity. And that's why I keep him around to this day. That's why the poster's still on the wall. I'm trying to think if there were any games that were big in my formative years. Movies, things like that. Christian Bale's Batman. Ooh. Yes. He was kind of a simp, but do like him. Yes. Tom Jane's Punisher. Okay. Got some good examples here. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I don't know. Once he started taking the PEDs, I think his ability to be a good example lowered and lowered and lowered as he started becoming more steroid than man, to be honest. Gotta shout out Bob Vila and Norm Abram, masculine in their tactile creativity, back when PBS promoted such things. Great example. Love Bob Vila. Love Bob Vila. Love that example. And honestly, I liked Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers as well, that Hephaestus brought up. Also some great ones. Kanye had decent masculinity at first and has descended into madness and idiocy. And clout chasing. Don't forget clout chasing. Crazy to think of him clout chasing, but that's where we are now in 2026. Kanye West has to slum it. Fucking billionaire. Who are some other great examples from my formative years? I'm gonna keep thinking about that. Oh, you know what? Let's get really nerdy. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Because, you know, the Star Wars prequels came out when I was a kid. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi was, and Ewan McGregor's portrayal of him was a phenomenal example of quiet, strong masculinity. Great. Loved him. He was an incredible example. Ewan McGregor was huge. Absolutely. Part of the problem with modern Batman, he's overly masculine, but not in the toxic sense. Just isolated, overly angry loner. Yeah, as much as people keep trying to tell me that the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, The Batman, was some masterpiece. They haven't even bothered to make a sequel yet, man. Come on. Like, it was way too you're totally right. It was like, it was actually an interesting take for the time, especially as, like, a Gen Z version of Batman would be some quiet loner who sits in his fucking basement all day and just is angry at the world. It's an interesting take, genuinely, and very pointed for the time, but it was too literal. I would almost say DC Comics has always kind of had that problem, you know? Like, take their version of the Joker, too, where he's just, like, a straight-up, like, slasher serial killer now. Like, DC's way too literal with its characters. And sometimes that works, you know, like Absolute Batman can kind of work at times with some of its characters, you know, which are extremely literal, but there are other times where it just doesn't work. It just doesn't, you know. Qui-Gon Jinn, also a good example. I don't think he had enough screen time to be a great example, personally, but he still was portrayed well, and Liam Neeson did a good job with that. Yeah. 100% Obi-Wan and Iron Man. Fuck yeah. Liam Neeson in Taken? Yeah, actually, I would agree with that, actually. You know, being a father, attempting to find his daughter. I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd agree with it. Taken actually being a good example of masculinity. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Pattinson Batman was all right, but Penguin Show was actually really good. I've heard that. I need to still watch it at some point. Let me dump all these books real fast. I'll get back to the chat in just a second. I just need to dump these real fast. No, not the matches. Books. Not the beer. There we go. What is that? Oh, that's just my alarm. Okay. Not sure if the Jedi are a good example of masculinity. Like, there's some good aspects, but Anakin's entire fall was because the Jedi refused to provide any type of emotional help and counseling to an abused slave boy turned child soldier. I mean, Obi-Wan did, though. I would also agree the Jedi Order is not a good example of masculinity, and that a lot of that is, in the story of the prequels, a lot of that is because the Jedi failed to realize that they had succumbed to much of the over-politicization and how do I put it? They had succumbed to many of the same issues that the Republic as a whole had. And that was their main issue, and they failed to realize that. So I don't disagree, but I think Obi-Wan actually did do a good job with his child soldier attempting to rehabilitate him and give him what he needed. Obi-Wan, who himself was a child soldier and therefore probably wasn't great at it. I mean, he watched his master get killed right in front of him, but he still turned out all right. He still tried. I think Obi-Wan did a good job with him, specifically, even if the Jedi Order didn't. I think Obi-Wan specifically did. You know? Qui-Gon legit looked at an 8-year-old and said, fuck your mother, she's staying a slave. They couldn't afford to buy her. But yeah, it's weird they didn't come back, especially with Natalie Portman's money. You know? Like, she's a fucking queen. Like, why didn't you go back and buy his mom? Like, that's... Why didn't you help a brother out? Like, this woman is in slavery. You felt like, Natalie, you had some really strong feelings about slavery at first. But then that all just seemed to go out the window all of a sudden. Yeah, anyway. Tony Soprano. Oh, God. A great cautionary tale. Yes, I would agree with that. I've been watching a lot of Sopranos clips channels as of late, so I agree with that wholeheartedly. Tony Soprano is a great cautionary tale of how masculinity can be perverted into something and used for evil. The entire mafia in The Sopranos is how masculinity can be used in a manner that's threatening and be used for personal gain instead of the good of, again, whatever level you work on, instead of the level of the nation, the state, the neighborhood, the family. Tony Soprano didn't use his masculinity to support any of those. Not even his own family. He used it to support his business. You know? And in a weird sense, Tony Soprano made the same mistake a lot of fathers in America do, interestingly, in that he thought that providing a proper middle upper class, well, in his case, upper class, lifestyle was the same as actually raising a kid. You know, is the same as providing them a positive and supportive environment, and it's just not. You need to do more than that. It's not enough to just have money. You need more than that to raise a child. And Tony Soprano never realized that. You need more than that to run, to help a neighborhood. You need more than that for anything. But he could only use his masculinity as a weapon for money, not as something that could actually help to build something, you know? To fix the problem in his neighborhood, for example, that caused him to be so poor in the first place. He never wanted to fix those problems. He only wanted to continue them and continue making money. And that's a real shame, because he was someone who really had a chance to change things and chose not to. Instead chose to prioritize his own greed. What a shame. Anyway. Emperor Palpatine. Oh, God. Have strong, evil character who shows masculinity. Is there... Oh, that's an interesting question. Is there an example of someone who's evil but still shows masculinity, or at least proper masculinity? Definitely. Definitely. I mean, there's... How many examples do we have of, like, evil, or at least questionable, sort of father figures, or... evil, I don't know. I would say, who is it from Fahrenheit 451? Beatty from Fahrenheit 451 is an example of, he's definitively a villain in the story, but he's also a tragic figure who ultimately, you know, wants to die because he hates the society he's in, and kind of, I think wants Montag to escape, ultimately. He wants Guy to escape. That's an interesting example. Let's put the propane tank up here. Let's bring these guns inside. We'll store them in here for right now. They're not loaded. Holsters as well. The Gabagool! Yeah! Reflective of Tony Soprano, Nurse Jackie, cautionary tale about toxic femininity. I've never seen Nurse Jackie, but I do love Edie Falco, so I should at some point watch that. That's a good reminder. Thank you. I will keep that in mind. Honestly, I would say even, because there are actually a surprising number of feminist takes and feminist readings of The Sopranos, because The Sopranos had a lot of very strong female characters with agency. Oh, Prince Zuko. Yes! Prince Zuko's journey. Absolutely. Great example of positive masculinity. A positive masculine journey. Al, fucking slaying. Yes, Al, great example. Prince Zuko, incredible example. And honestly, I would even say Aang as well, because a lot of what makes them interesting is the contrast between what's going on with Aang and what's going on with Zuko. Aang is learning to mature while Zuko matured too young and has to learn to temper his emotions. Like, Aang is a kid who grew up with a good support system. Aang is actually, you know, therefore emotionally regulated. Yeah, Aang grew up with a good support system and good family, and so never had to learn those things from scratch, whereas that was not the case with Zuko. Oh shit, I really have to log out. Shit. Ah, there we go. Wash. Weapons. Let me dump a couple of things real fast. I also need to wash this leather jacket. That is a lot of nightsticks. But it's great, though. I mean, it's good to have weapons. Always good to have weapons. Always good to have a good stockpile of weapons. Uncle Iroh, great example of matured positive masculinity, a positive role model. Yeah, 100%. I would even say, if we want to talk about an example of someone who shows masculine traits, but is also a villain, I would say Zuko's father, Fire Lord Ozai, incredibly masculine. He has, I mean, he's an incredibly masculine figure, and the Fire Nation is associated a lot with masculinity, and like its war making, the sort of mentality of spreading the greatness of our society. I think personally has a masculine leaning to it. It's not explicit though, so you can disagree with that. But yeah, I think Fire Lord Ozai is a great example of a masculine villain, or, you know, any sort of villain of that nature. Darth Vader, also great example of a masculine, patriarchal figure who was straight up evil and who used his masculinity, his intimidation, his physical strength, his, who used them for evil, used them to try to corrupt his own son in the case of Vader, which is awful. Or in the case of Iroh, not in the case of Iroh, in the case of Ozai, used his own physical power to punish his own son severely, as opposed to taking a route that might actually, you know, give your son a fighting chance, you know, might actually get your, you know, Ozai's problem is that he never thought with Zuko, how do I get the outcome I want? How do I make Zuko act a certain way? Instead, he just went straight to the punishment. Just went straight to the, all right, fuck you, kid. And then, you know, fucking burned his face off. He didn't think... I think that's one of the biggest things with masculine figures and how to be properly masculine. You have to be, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot because it's come up at work a lot. You have to walk into a situation and think to yourself, how do I get the result I want out of people? Not, how do I win? How do I show that I'm on top? Who cares? Never prioritize violence. Never prioritize the hierarchy. Never prioritize trying to be on top. Prioritize getting the result you need from people. You know? If that makes sense, I could talk about it more later. Yeah. And Chuck Norris, incredible example of masculinity. Incredible example of martial prowess, of dedication, of... You know, the simple act of trying to live your life, you know, that's it, of trying to live your life every day and trying to make the most of it every day. You know, he was going on, like, all the way up until he died. He was, like, hiking up mountains and shit. You know? It's incredible. And Uncle Iroh, forgive me for getting him as a good, positive, masculine role model. Still disappointed in myself. Uncle Iroh's a war criminal, only gets a pass because he's fat and funny. That's called an arc, Signy. That's called an arc. All right, that's it. I gotta go. I really do have to go now. I have to start getting ready for work. Thank you guys for engaging in this conversation about masculinity with me. You guys are great. Please continue the conversation on the Discord. I would love to see some of these examples and more posted on the Discord. I would love to hear more about what you think of masculinity. Hell, I may even make a video if we get some good examples. And I may even make a video where I just talk about my favorite of those examples and what's good about it. I would actually... That sounds pretty cool, actually. Yeah, leave some good examples in the Discord. Tell Matt to do the same. God, that dude needs to start showing up here. Yeah, start doing that. That way I can make a video out of it. It's going to be fun. You guys are great. Thank you.